Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Menachem Creditor, and I serve as scholar in residence for UJA Federation of New York. And each morning of the week we come to you with some words of Torah, some words of encouragement, a little bit of music, some community. It's good to be together. Today's Friday, and so we know that is going to be a very special day because you get 2 doses of our work on our Facebook page anyway. And so we will be together now, and then we'll see you hopefully at 2 o'clock today when a wonderful group of scholars and community leaders come together and share some Shabbat blessing with the whole community. It's good to be together. Stephanie, Marcia, hi. Well, why don't we start with a blessing for learning as we populate the moment, as it were. Looks like we're up to 58 lovely, loving souls coming together. Here we go. Oh, Shirley, happy birthday in a day. I know, Adrian. I went to go get a shirt today. I'm going to interrupt the blessing. I went to get a shirt today and I said, how could it be Friday again? And the answer is, we've had a week. That's what it is. So, anyway, an early Shabbat Shalom. Everyone, it is so good to be together. First of all, happy birthday to Judy and Donna, thinking about your father. It's really, really a beautiful thing that we do each week. This is our 15th week. We are concluding our 15th week of being together in this way. And the community is growing and the heart is growing, and it is an incredibly spiritual thing that we get to share. I feel more blessed each time we do it, and overwhelmed actually each time we do it too. So I wanted to bless us with more breath this week. We talk consistently about breath. And in fact, in this week's Parsha, I want to share, this is an observation that my teacher, Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson, points out in a wonderful book called The Everyday Torah. It's actually the sequel to the book that I liked more until I got the new one, The Bedside Torah. If you're looking for 2 classics of Torah commentary, this is a lovely collection. And I wanted to share an observation that he makes here. Different names help provide a label, he says, giving us a handle to know yet another way that God relates to us, to humanity, to all creation. This parsha, this Torah portion, Korach, uses an unusual phrase to describe God. El Elohei Ruchot, source of the breath of all flesh. And we've been talking about breathing. This is a really, really important thing for us to think about. We need to hear every voice calling out for breath as demanding our attention and worthy of our protection. And to see God as the source of the breath that we are protecting. Because each one of us, by our ability to breathe in and breathe out, the Hebrew for that is nishima, breathing. It's not so unrelated to another word that I hold near and dear in my heart, neshama, which means the soul. I have a soul. That's what I am breathing in and breathing out. Everybody, every human being, by virtue of being human, had the breath of life as a gift from God. And it comes in and it comes out. That's why the word respiration and inspiration are so related. Well, if God is the source of all breath of all flesh, listen to what my teacher, Rabbi Artson, says about this. What a powerful metaphor. God is the source of breath, that reliable, cyclical in and out of air, on which our lives depend. Nothing makes us feel quite so refreshed as a deep, clear breath of air, and nothing can make us miserable quite so quickly as troubled breathing. Beyond the air itself is the way our bodies feel while breathing. The filling up as our lungs expand conveys a sense of health and well-being. When we are frightened or angry, a few deep breaths can fortify us and calm our mood. God is the potent source of that ethereal energy, says Brad. As we breathe in and out, we rely on the divine inspiration and exhalation that connects us with God as the source of breath. So just for a moment, let's just do that. I don't take for granted my ability to breathe. And my heart is grieving because I hear George Floyd in my ear. And my right to breathe is not greater than his was. And so in this moment of incredible reflection, and not only sadness, but also sadness, I encourage us to take a few breaths, cherishing them, deciding that we're going to do something with this breath we are blessed to have, with this air and God and holiness and interconnectivity and technology. We're going to do something. We're going to breathe deeply so that we can do something good for someone else. So let's just take a few breaths together. Really, let's do that. You know, it's an interesting thing. These different kinds of digital platforms, Zoom and Facebook Live and Microsoft Meetings and whatever, there are a million different ways that we are connecting in the world, and thank God we have all of them. Look at what this can be. Because the thickness of that silence as we were breathing, I know some of us might not have been into it. And some of us probably were already doing it. There's something really important about knowing that we can take our breaths together. Not sure quite how to describe it other than the quiet itself was so powerful to experience. And these digital interfaces make silence a very strange experience. Because as soon as I stop talking, I wonder, are you there? So let's assume that we're there. Here's what I'd love us to do. Let's take a moment and in the comments section, just wish each other a Shabbat Shalom. Be direct if you'd like, say where you're from if you'd like, just wish each other a Shabbat Shalom. Let's give each other the gift of that blessing, the specific blessing of some peace for you tonight and tomorrow. 2 o'clock today we'll get to say Shabbat Shalom again right here with leaders from around our community. So let's take some deep breaths between now and then. Let's wish as many people as we can a beautiful Shabbat. Let's make sure that we take in enough air so we can do even more good when Shabbat is over. We have a lot of work ahead. But Shabbat is the day where God ceased the creative work, So we should too. Give yourself a break. Be gentle with yourself. Breathe really deeply. You definitely deserve it. And call a friend. Share some beautiful Shabbat energy. I can't tell you how beautiful it is to see the wishes of Shabbat Shalom flying down my screen. Dale, Shabbat Shalom. Ellen, Shabbat Shalom. Hetty, it's good to see you. Iris, thanks for joining us. And Judy, especially on your birthday, thanks for sharing with us. Hi, Susan. All right, I could say everyone's name, and that would be a prayer on its own. Fern, Julie, Susan. What a blessing it is to have this each day. Thanks for being part of the energy. See you all at 2 o'clock today, I hope, and see you on Monday at 9 o'clock. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Take care. Have a good day.